Hello, everybody, and welcome to our live preview for Cheltenham away tonight. Not enough time to get a video turned around, so we thought we'd just take you through until nearly kick off with our views ahead of the games on here on Borrow My Mind. And this evening, I'm joined by Caden. Tobber and Max are both at the game, but Caden and me, unfortunately, have boring school lives, so we're at home today. So we're at home watching on our screens. Caden, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good. Right, we'll start with the team news then this evening. Let's just get it up on here. All right, that's the team we're looking at. Obviously, the man that's pictured there is Harley Mills. He's starting. Do you think it's a good thing, Caden, that we're giving some of the youngsters some experience in a game like this?
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be an interesting one. I think it's likely that we could play maybe even better than we usually do, which is an out there shout. But I think there's some great players in there with a lot of potential. Donnelly was great against Bristol Rovers. I think he played better than when Katongo came on. So yeah, let's see what happens tonight.
Yeah, and obviously Clark Harris has got the captain's armband. Obviously, this could be one of his last games for Posh. It's a good thing to see, isn't it? JCH back leading the line.
Oh yeah, for sure. Posh legend in my eyes, in a lot of people's eyes. And yeah, he deserves to be given the armband for this one.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, Cheltenham tonight, should they lose, well, Cambridge will secure their safety in the league. Do you think that's a good thing, Caden, or are you do you think it'll be funnier if we did lose tonight, or do you think you just got to go out and get the win?
We should be focusing on winning, regardless of what happens elsewhere. Obviously, it would be great to send Cambridge down, I guess, but it would be better to be beating Cambridge to send them down.
Yeah, definitely. Right. Elsewhere, Ricky's back in the lineup. So we got Mothersill, Ricky, and Clark Harris, which is going to be an interesting one. The best way to find out which of your three best strikers are best before playoffs is just playing them. Tally on the bench, O'Brien, Brady, which is interesting. O'Connell, Vontae Daly Campbell's on the bench as well, which is it's like that meme with Ian Wright where someone said you were dead because that's the first time we've seen him for a very long time, and also the first time we've seen Jacob Wakeling for a long time as well. Caden, how big of an opportunity do you think tonight could be for Wakeling because he's really not played this season?
Yeah, hopefully he gets a chance off the bench. Obviously, depends what the score is in the second half. If we're losing, yeah, maybe he can make an impact. But I'm more interested in seeing the duo of Mothersill and Ricky playing. So I think they're both similar, but they've obviously both got the differences and the strengths and weaknesses. So yeah, let's see how they perform together. I'll be interested to see what goes down tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Right, so we'll go away from the team news. Obviously, Caden, it's looking like playoffs. With the news yesterday that Barnsley sacked their manager, are they still the team that you want to get in the playoffs, or do you think they could have that extra little bit of momentum that sometimes, can cause crazy things to happen?
From a fan's point of view, to play Barnsley away is probably the best option. Probably the biggest away allocation possible. So yeah, I would still like to get Barnsley. From a team's point of view, they obviously sacking their manager. Well, no, not sacking the manager. He left, didn't he?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it's
mutual
probably,
agreement.
yeah.
Obviously, it's likely going to be a good thing for them. Usually get the manager bounce, new manager bounce. Whether they bring in a new manager, we're not sure. But yeah, I would still rather play Barnsley.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Looking at the other League One fixture tonight, all we have is Cambridge, which is not it's not much of a spectacle for you, unfortunately. They play Wycombe, who have actually gone on some incredible form since we beat them. Wycombe, they've really looked good ever since that Wembley game. I think they haven't lost since, won 3 of the 4. So Cambridge could be in trouble tonight, but anything other than a win will relegate Cheltenham. Caden, what do you reckon the mood's going to be like in that stadium? If you put yourself in the shoes of a Cheltenham fan, you've got Posh who are resting players for the playoffs and who don't want to get any injuries and who their season has sort of been decided. Is this a good game to have to play us at this time of the season, or do you think we'll be just as deadly as ever?
I don't. I think it's probably it's still not great. A great time to play us. Obviously, we're playing a younger team, but I still think we'll go out there and try our best with the younger players. They've got something to show, they've got something to prove. Whereas, the starting 11 players, if we were to chuck out our best team, they maybe wouldn't perform as good. I think, Cheltenham, obviously, they need to be winning tonight. Do I think they will? Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if Posh lost tonight, but it's still going to be a tough game for them. And they need to make it a good atmosphere if they want to be on top during the game.
Yeah, definitely, I agree with you. That sort of previews it pretty well. What is your score prediction for the game, Caden?
Yeah, I'm really not sure about this one. Part of me is confident. Part of me thinks we could get hammered. We'll see how we start the first 10 minutes, and then I'll probably make more of a judgment. But beforehand, after seeing that lineup, I'm thinking a 3-2 Posh win. High scoring, same result to when we played there last season. I don't think we'll go 2-0 down though, but yeah, I think it could be high scoring. Let's hope it makes an interesting game.
Yeah, and I think what most Posh fans will be looking for as well is this evening is if we do go there and win, it will be a really proud night for us, won't it? Because obviously, you remember in August when we went to Pompey with literally like a team that half of players we never heard of, or you've never heard of. And we managed to get a 1-1 draw after getting a red card, and we beat them on penalties. And there was a real sense of pride after that win because it was sort of our academy team going and taking on a challenger head on. I think it could be the same sort of thing if we win tonight. It could definitely be a really, really it could be a nice heartwarming evening with players like Mills, Dornelli, Fernandez, players like Pemmy coming off the bench, O'Connell, O'Brien, Brady, Wakeling, even Vontae Campbell, who's been gone all season as well. We're just waiting now for Max to join us. He's actually at Woodham Road this evening. Max, he's with Tobber, I believe, as we speak. They're in the away end, so we should hopefully get some coverage of them in a minute. I'll just get that sorted because they'll be able to give us a lot more info on what's going on down there than we will. Yeah, obviously, if you want to watch the game this evening, Posh Plus are selling their match day passes. Little Posh Plus plug. So I'm hoping for
Posh Plus in my opinion.
I'm hoping for a bit of a pay cut. Wait, Max has sent a message. Hang on, let's see. This could go terribly, or this could go. Let's get him in. Hello, Max.
Can you hear me all right? I'll disconnect my AirPods in a moment.
Can hear you perfectly well, mate.
Excellent. We're here then at Cheltenham. The big day for Cheltenham.
No.
Well, that's brilliant. It's a big game for Cheltenham, apparently, and that's Max, about all the reporting we're going to get from Max.
Turn your phone landscape. Is he gone?
He's gone. He's back now. Turn your phone Turn your phone landscape. There you go. And
And
hold it
zoom
up.
out.
Hold it up to a reasonable height rather than holding it down at your hips. There we go.
Fucking hell. Hang on.
We'll get someone else to record. No.
Let me turn it around. There we go. Now we're cooking.
Get someone else to record. Oh,
Oh my
yeah, not
god.
cooking.
Well,
Get someone else to record. What a
technical
shambles.
difficulties. He's back.
Yuck.
He's back again.
On my mind, bingo.
We love technical difficulties on Bar on My Mind. We absolutely love them. Oof.
Question,
yeah.
then, Charlie.
Yeah.
What's your prediction? What are you thinking?
What's my prediction? I think we will win 2-1. I think they'll score. Then we'll equalise through JCH. And then Harley Mills will score the winner. And he'll go absolutely mental.
Scores. He runs over to the fans, does a fist pump. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he'll score the winner tonight. I can just see him. See it. Right, so Max is now saying that he's not going to be able to come on air, which leaves us a lot of time to cover. Yeah. Well,
what else is there to talk about?
I mean, we could talk about. Let's do. Yeah, okay. Let's talk about our posh awards of the season. Let's do that. Let me get up the thing that I did yesterday, and we can have a little debate about that because we've not got much else to do before kickoff. Right, where is it?
Now you got to pull it up. How was his connection bad, but he's still messaging?
I don't know. To be fair, it does take a little bit of time. All right, let me get that. Okay, Caden, who is your player of the season?
Hector Cipriani.
Hector Cipriani. It's a fair shout. What I would say though to people that choose Hector Cipriani is, like, why do you think he's had the most impact out of anyone?
Well, if I could give it to multiple people, I would give it to Hector and Collins. Great midfield duo. I think far better than, well, maybe not far better, but in my opinion, better than what Jack Taylor and Norburn were. I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think they've been excellent. They definitely have been our strongest department on the pitch. I think our midfield.
Yeah.
The defense sometimes has been ropey, the attack's been dodgy, but the defense has always been so strong. We're going to be joined by a special guest in a minute, Caden, which will make your day. For me, I'm going to go for.
What, Manny Fernandez is joining us?
He's playing, mate. He is playing tonight, which will be fantastic. But yeah, for me, I think I'm going to go for Burrows, I think is who I gave it to. I think, captain, leader, legend, one of our own. Actually, we'll get our special guest on to join in the fun as well. Why not? In 1 second. Captain, leader, one of our own. Burrows has been absolutely sensational this season. I think, he's been so strong. And he deserves player of the season, I think. Right, we'll move on to the next one. We won't give it young player of the season because I feel like, young player of the season is a pretty pointless award for us this season because most of our players are really young. Average age of 21.8, I've just seen on Twitter in the starting lineup this evening, which is just brilliant. The young approach has definitely worked, hasn't it? I mean, it's been so nice to just be able to watch young players just smashing it for us. Caden, what is your moment of the season?
Well, the obvious answer is the BSM final, where Harrison Burrows scored a banger to win Posh the game. But no, I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to go Derby away.
Yeah.
Now, Derby fans might call us obsessed for saying this, but it was a great few minutes scoring those late goals. We didn't really expect it, although we saw moments of brilliance from Posh in that game. But I think it was a bit of a shock. We were expecting defeat, and then all of a sudden we scored 2 goals.
Yeah, definitely. Special guest, if you're ready, can you just give me a thumbs up to the camera? Okie dokie, we'll get him in then. Here we go, the big unveiling, Caden. Hello.
Hello.
How are you, Scotty, mate?
You should do like a little quiz each time you do one, like who your mystery guess is, and the person's got to guess who it is.
Yeah, I think that could be good.
Good.
How are you feeling, Scotty? How are you feeling? Confident for tonight?
I'm not I'm confident. It's just nice to just see some of the youngsters get a game like Mills. I've never seen Mills before, so I've seen Donnelly a couple of times now, and he was quite impressive Saturday. So Mills will be the one I'm sort of looking to have a look at tonight. So yeah, it's a nothing game for us, really, is it? Let's be honest. We're not really gonna. Seconds is pretty much out the way, isn't it? But have a go at it.
Don't say that to Charlie. He'll believe until it's mathematically impossible.
Of course it isn't. No. But realistically, we're not going to get second. But who knows? Anything happens. No one thought Coventry were going to do what they did at the weekend. So But be interesting to see. I think it'll be a draw tonight. I think it'll be 2-2.
Fair enough. Right, we'll bring up the lineup for you, Scotty. Any reaction to this one? Obviously, Ricky, Malik, and JCH starting.
Well, every time Ricky J. Jones has gone off injured late on in a game, I always think, oh God, this ain't good. And next thing, he's starting the next game. I would have liked to have seen Wakeling start because he was on the bench on Saturday against Bristol Rovers, wasn't he? So I would like to have maybe seen him start over Ricky. I did predict that lineup other than Ricky for Wakeling, so I did get sort of 10 out of 11 right. But yeah, and hopefully Bilikafic, I've predicted he's going to have a 10 out of 10 tonight. So yeah, good lineup. I think everyone needs a rest.
That'd be great if Bilo could get a good performance in. I think a lot of fans really like Bilo. I think I actually really like Bilo. You give him some stick throughout the season when he's made mistakes, but what we have to remember is he's a very young goalkeeper. It's his first real full season of football. You have to be fair on him, don't you, Caden?
Yeah, he needs to gain some confidence again. Obviously, it didn't end the best for him, did he? Did it with Wickham away? So let's hope it's a major improvement on that.
I think. I don't think it'll do Ferguson any harm with him having a good game tonight and giving him something to think about as well. I think it'd be nice for that from that side of it as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm just looking at this here. So I'm trying to work out the shape from what we can see. So we've got obviously Bilo in goal. I assume Donnelly and Mills will be right back and left back. I assume that. So then it's what, Critchlow and Manny at centre back, or is it a back three with Katongo as well?
I have no clue.
What are our options here?
I think it go 2 at the back, and then Katongo is going to play centre mid, or holding centre mid, and De Havilland will play in the diamond maybe, and then 2 wide, Jono up front, maybe.
Yeah. I reckon he is probably playing centre mid.
Maybe just in front of the 4, and then De Havilland forward a bit more, Jono up top, and then Jones on the right maybe, and then Mothersill on the left maybe.
I'm just getting it up here.
I think Mothersill's on the left. I think we know that for certain.
Yeah, I assume so. I think that's a position that Fergie likes for him. Just on that, is there any, do you think, chance that next season, rather than going out and replacing Mothersill, we go and going out and replacing Efron, we allow Mothersill to step up, or do you think that would be a bit too brave?
I think someone's selling Mason Clark. You've got to surely get a replacement in. You can't just get rid of one and then not replace him with anyone, because it's making your squad smaller, isn't it? Our squad
Fair.
is small enough as it is.
Yeah, and we're probably not going to sign Ola Kigbe, are we? Realistically.
And then
No,
with
that's
Clark
not gonna
Harris
happen.
going, if Clark Harris is going, and you put Mothers on the left, you've only got one striker in Ricky J. Jones. And Wakeling hasn't really done anything to sort of get him in a first team shirt, really, either, has he, with his injury problems and the lack of minutes he's had as well.
Yeah, that's true. Well, so I've just put it together here. Do you reckon? I mean, do you reckon this could be it? Maybe.
I forgot about Adjboy as well. To be fair, I forgot about him.
Yeah, I love Adjboy, mate.
Yeah.
So I'm buzzing to see him play tonight. I believe Todd
Maybe he'll go 4-4-2.
That's what I've got up here. Could it be this? Maybe. Let me just share my screen. This is the only thing that I can see that works. Obviously, the numbers are all wrong, but ignore them.
Yeah, I agree with that, mate. And then maybe just Katongo a bit deeper in the defence, and then De Havilland a bit just slightly a bit more forward.
Well, a bit like this.
Yeah, or Diamondy, or maybe in the centre, moving both over.
Yeah, it could work. Could work. Oh wait. Oh, I see what you mean. What you mean like this?
To put yeah, and then put him, or further, a bit back more, and then
I'd have them side by side.
So, do you reckon he'll play them as like a proper double midfield pair?
And to be fair, with this game a couple of games to go, it doesn't hurt trying something new going into the playoffs as well, because you can't, if we need to change it for any reason. So
it just looks like it's all out attack, pretty much.
Yeah,
which I'm all for.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. You got to go into games like these and attack them, right? I mean, first of all, if there's any chance of if there's any chance whatsoever of us going up automatically, we need to batter Cheltenham tonight by a lot of goals. Right. If you look at it like this, then what's our best team? Do we think? If we may as well play around with this app now. It's up. What?
Manny up front.
I'll leave this one blank for now, because this is where I feel that we're struggling.
Well, it's Jono up front.
You think it is Jono up front?
Yeah. Where else could he play?
Well, but do you think he is in our best team?
Oh, you're talking about best team.
I'm talking about if we're trying to make our best lineup. If we're trying to figure out what we're going to do for playoffs.
Oh, okay.
What are we going to do? First of all, I assume Katongo at right back.
You assume. I genuinely think it depends how Donnelly plays.
Do you think he has a chance? I mean...
Yeah, Fergie likes playing informed players with a lot of confidence. And if he, if tonight, if he puts in a great performance tonight, gets maybe an assist.
Could it be a thought? I don't know how long Poku's out for, but like if he's trying to get a combination down that right hand side, he said, you know what he says about getting that partnership? Is he trying to build a partnership now for Donnelly and Adjboy to sort of build something into that?
He could.
Yeah, we saw Katongo and Adjboy didn't really work against Fleetwood, in my opinion.
So is he trying that maybe for a couple of games, like giving it, he's giving it 3 games before the playoffs?
I mean, I think so. Even if Adjboy is, I mean, is Randall in our best team really, or should it be Poku in the 10? I guess the decision is who's a better player, Randall at cam, or Poku or Adjboy at right wing. Who do you think's better?
Randall's been on and off, but he's been mainly out of form in recent, the last couple of months.
I think in Randall's defence, he has scored, what, is it 2 in the last 4, is it? Is it or 5, 2 in the last 4? In the league, 2 in the last 4?
They've been harder to miss than score than miss, though, sorry, should I say?
No, of course. I'm just thinking, because he scored, he might, what I mean? That's
I mean, he's not even in the squad tonight. He's not travelled, which the likelihood means that Fergie's, if he was a player that Fergie wasn't thinking was going to start in the playoffs, he probably would have travelled, right? Surely.
But then
I mean,
Collins hasn't travelled either, has he not? He's not on the bench.
that's what I mean. So he's left like Collins, Knight, Edwards at home, and Randall's one of those players he's left at home. So surely that's got to mean something in terms of the strength.
Well, yeah, I thought he wouldn't start in the cup final, but he's stuck with the 11 that's done it for him all season. So maybe he'll stick with it.
Yeah, maybe he will. Right. Well, anyway, we'll just ask you for your score prediction, Scotty, before we go and get ourselves ready for the game.
I will go 2-2, and I'm going to go with a Clark Harris goal tonight, and I'm probably going to go with a Malik Mothershill goal.
Brilliant. Well, we'll hope for an entertaining game anyway. Thank you guys for watching this stream in the build-up to Cheltenham away. Hope you guys enjoy the game on Posh Plus this evening or wherever you're watching it. And yeah, up the Posh.